is mainly for anyone who want to build this model kit or just don't have a life and don't have anything else to do. It's fair kind of simple, but you do have some parts that are either too loose or too easy to break. For example, this part here is clearly I use super glue on it, mainly because of my clipping of the piece. Because I slightly bent the pliers over about a few degrees, it snapped up. But as mentioned, super glue fixes it. Another thing to point out is some joints are very tight, which is great, but some are kinda loose. For example, let's see. One of these ties are very loose, as well as these parts. This thing is loose, but if it wasn't, it wouldn't be spinning. Some complaints about this model kit is some parts are very heavily painted. I just meant to say that it needs paint. For example, if you can see this very small piece, it needs paint, as well as some areas of the face. Well, not this one, of course. And basically panel lining and repainting. I didn't even do the thrusters. Yeah, I'm a bitch. Another thing to point out is you do get some accessory. Let me move that away from it. I think I will cover that much for now. As you can see, these are the thrusters for the legs, the replacement for these parts. Oh, another thing to point out is this joint is super loose. I mean, and this thing isn't even a solid connection, as you can see. The head just kind of tap on. You do get some very wide range movement. Oh, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention to the camera. You do get a good range on the head. However, it just snaps so easily. But it doesn't break, so I don't think it's a bad thing if you have the patience and time. Getting back to this, they are replacements for these parts, as mentioned. She does come with another sword gun thing. I don't know what that is. This model kit is basically it's kind of like a toy box of a toy. You can customize it however you like. When you think about it, it's more like Lego. About these clear pieces, if you can just see these holes on both sides, yeah, they plug in to indicate some sort of belt. Sorry about that. Another thing I find is tiresome is, yes, the paint. A lot of area needs paint. These tiny details, the thrusters, some small areas of the belly, and the feet. Which reminds me, you do get 2 of these, but I'm too lazy to get the other one. As for these things, they are basically reinforcements for this. What I call them just armored leg. Oops. Yeah, I really hate that head. Let me turn that. If you can see, this tiny hole on the low resolution camera. Yeah, they basically plug in there to help support the legs and shit. About the decal, this thing I don't have any experience with decals, so I figured it would take about 2 hours to 3 hours to try. Although the Figma face that I tried to apply turn the eyes on, or let's just say they haven't dried, and every time I touch it, the decal fall off. So I just dip this brush in a bit of water and brush it down again until it's finally clear. I don't know if that's the solution or not. And that's probably it. Oh, by the way, you do get 4 of these faces. 2 are 3 are pre-painted, so you don't have to repaint them, but you can if you want. And 1 comes in a runner, or aka a piece of a frame that hold the piece in place. You do need to apply some paint to that to create some shading to the mouth and some blushing, or else it would just look like a blow up doll. So I think that concludes it.